Another dish that I think is really delicious and just as exciting. You know, we've spent so much time with China that we've forgotten other cultures, but the Chinese really are the most clever cooks when it comes to eggs. But look at this one. This is a dish from Italy. Let me get some asparagus here. If you blanch some asparagus, I have a little basket here. Can you see all of it? Let me get rid of my tea eggs. There we go. I know. Sometimes you send me letters and you say, your kitchen's always such a mess, and I send you a note back saying, so what? You say, well, of course I love it. Put a bit of asparagus in the water. Remember I told you that you should always put some oil in there? And I'm going to use a little bit of peanut oil or olive oil to keep it bright green. Now, in the meantime, while that's blanching, it'll take just a minute. I'll get a frying pan hot, get rid of my eggs here. And we're going to make a, I don't know what you want to call this. I think it's going to be called asparagus and eggs, which comes from Italy, the northern regions. And eggs have always been, as I told you earlier, have always been very much appreciated in Italy. So look at this dish. It's so simple. Blanch the asparagus first. In the meantime, I'm going to whip up, let me throw in a couple more pieces here. It's a wonderful, wonderful dish. There we go. There's no water in it. I mean, of course, there's water. Stop it. There's no salt in this because salt will draw out moisture, and we don't want that. We want the moisture to stay in the vegetable, so don't salt the water. Salt the vegetable later on when it's done cooking. I'm really convinced that all the directions on your frozen food packages are wrong. Don't put salt in them until later on because you'll ruin them. I know. They're going to write me and tell me that's crazy, but that's all right. All right. Now, in the meantime, my pan's getting hot. I want to poach some, very lightly cook some eggs, and I'm just going to beat them up a bit. And I'm going to use olive oil again. Now, this time, you see, we're doing an Italian dish. We've done the Greek Easter eggs and the Greek bread and... Oh, did I tell you that when we were in Greece, we have a big fight with Easter eggs because the idea in Greece on Easter time is to fight with the eggs and see who won. Well, this egg won. And this guy now goes on to the next person, you see, and you go around the table until everybody has either had their egg busted or has won. And it's a wonderful, strange, sort of very Greek thing with the Easter egg, the red Easter egg, symbolizing the blood, the joy, the redness, the wonderfulness of life. Okay, that's enough. Let me add some olive oil to the pan. Whoops, got peanut oil. Where's my olive oil? Here it is. Peanut oil in China, because it doesn't have any flavors. Olive oil in Greece, because it does. Excuse me. There, all right. Now, let's let that heat up a bit. All right, we're gonna saute the eggs, or scramble them, I think is the word you want, very quickly, not on high heat. You see, they're not getting all brown. I don't want that. Let me find a spatula here. You don't want to brown them. You just want to poach them a bit in oil. A little bit there, that's fine. Those are almost ready to turn off. Just takes a moment, you see? There we go. All right. I'm going to shut off the frying pan right now and just let those sit. Did you get that? Now, that was live, you see? I don't believe in cooking eggs too much. For heaven's sakes, it'll ruin them. So let's get a bowl now, and we'll prepare. Boy, do I have lots of bowls down there. The asparagus has been blanched, and that's all. You want to blanch the asparagus. There we are, into a bowl. It's been drained, and I'm going to put some butter on that. This recipe is so simple. Oh, half a stick of butter. That'll do you. And a bit of Parmesan or Romano cheese, freshly grated, of course. I did this before you came, so don't ask those nasty questions. And then we want to add to that just a pinch of salt and pepper. And here's the salt. Okay, just a little bit. And a bit of pepper, which we will fresh grind, of course. Of course, you know that. That's a basic rule in this kitchen. You never know who's ground your pepper beforehand. Don't do that. Can't do it. Terrible shame. And we'll toss that. Now, look how simple this dish is. I have in the bowl then the blanched asparagus. That is, they've been cooked just until it's barely tender. Put that on the platter. There. Along with it, you toss it with a bit of butter. You know, in ancient Rome, they used to use gallons of butter on asparagus. Can you imagine that? Okay, butter, salt, and pepper. We're going to put this on the plate now. And the egg is all ready. And we'll fold the egg over the top. And you have, there, look at this. You have a dish. Isn't that wonderful? Let me put that up for you. You have a dish that's just wonderful.